traditionally kind of struggle just being outranged in the air. Not enough to like make it impossible by any means, but definitely a slight advantage coming to Hawk and Linus on the matchups here.
We'll see how how these teams are able to shape up to each other. I don't necessarily disagree with the double swordie pick here. I think both of these characters are characters that tend to get bullied by the swordies a lot.
Yes.
You know, Peach Float is great and all, but when you have such long disjoints that can cover that such ranges, as well as like these disjoints that can deal with kind of Ness on the ledge as well, it's going to be hard for them to deal with anything. But I love the interruption coming out from MuteAce there to avoid the limit cross slash on his teammate. All
right, you see the counter on the upbeat. We saw a little bit of that from Feet in the previous game, but not. It was only really like one game. MuteAce immediately locked into it. Didn't get the B-reverse on the toe to actually like force Hawk off stage, but I like the way they're playing. They're not even overcommitting the team combos from throws because punishes from Ike and Cloud are both so devastating, so they're trying to stay as safe as they can here. Nice. All right, Sin gonna lose that first stock at only 99, and MuteAce following not too far behind. Small lead here for Hawk and Linus. Oh, and as I say it, Sin finds that up there, so things still staying pretty close.
Yeah, really, really good stuff coming out from both teams there. But I mean, right now, you've got Linus at full limit, 115% on his first stock still.
Yeah, skill chilling on the first stock. Limit is gone, unfortunately. A lot of air-to-air coverage is happening, though, between both Ike and Cloud would be at a disadvantage at this point. So you see Sin struggling to find a way to the ground. And as I say that, Mute, with a surprise upbeat kill, going to give Red Team a huge lead here.
Yeah, really good stuff from both teams there, honestly. I really like Sen being able to get the back air off of Linus there to secure the stock, because if you're not careful, that, I mean, Cloud is Cloud, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not careful, that could spell disaster very, very quickly.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much here. You see Sin starting to find some pretty good damage, though, being really careful about his shield. But as I say that, getting F-tilted off stage. Now Mute trying to bail him out of pressure there. He's able to recover, but these F-tilts are going crazy for Hawk. Now securing a stock and got everything back to just about even.
Yeah, this is a little hard for them right now. They're setting that even stock count at the very least, so we might be able to find something. Really like the PK Thunder coming out from Sen to kind of disrupt the team combo there, because that was surely Hawk and Linus setting up for something.
Oh, absolutely going to be a huge problem there. And you see Sin being extra careful, especially from a back air from either side of this. Both Mute and Sin forced to play really grounded, but it does help a lot. At least you have the opportunity to try to like parry some of these aerials instead of just trying to force your way in with your own aerials. But either way here, Hawk and Linus losing their lead ever so slightly thanks to that up smash there from Sin. And now Mute got to find a way to keep alive in this 2v1 with only one stock left.
Yeah, this is getting a little dire for them there, but I love that down smash. But Linus was able to get a dash attack there, and now we're sitting in the 2v1.
No shot, bro. 0 to death by just a single PK Thunder. You hate to see it. Mute was stalling out at the bottom as long as he possibly could. I'm sure that Linus wasn't ready to go down to that, but unfortunately that's going to do it, and that's going to give Mute and Sin a lead in our losers finals here. That stinks if you're Cloud, though.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate kind of timing thing. I mean, the PK Thunder was really good, just barely not able to make it back. That's just depressing. I hate when I lose like that.
Right. Like, you don't see Cloud edge guarded that hard that often, but yeah, his horizontal momentum does leave a lot to be desired if he's caught out of his jump. And even at literally 0%, he could not drift forward far enough to make it back to the stage. So, unfortunate stuff. Also, PK Thunder normally brings you towards Ness, but I guess it's 0, which I haven't seen it hit at 0 like that.
Yeah.
Didn't take him very far.
Yeah, not really. I mean, not a lot of percentages for the knockback, I guess. That was a weird interaction.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. But either way, Hawk and Linus, hopefully they can counter-recover from that. That's just one of those silly things that happens. And they've taken stocks in sillier ways, so I'm sure mentally they're probably fine. All right, and that little bit of momentum from the first game working out really well for the red team. Mute finding some really big combos here, sneaking in some down air on Cloud and Ike Shield, which is very hard to do for most of the cast. So just really, really picking the shots carefully. Yeah, I really like the amount of pressure that both Send and MuteAce are able to exert here. I mean, they're doing such a good job at it, just keeping both Hawk and Linus guessing at all times and also unable to actually be together for anything. Yeah, and like I saw in the last game, Mute playing an extremely grounded game. We're seeing aerials come out of shield when it's safe, but it is not the main focus of the approach, and I think it's giving a lot of survivability to Peach you wouldn't normally see in this matchup. Meanwhile, Sin cleaning things up with that up air, taking that stock pretty solid. Both members on red team looking pretty healthy, and Linus and Hawk kind of struggling a little bit in this game too.
Yeah, they're having a really hard time finding their footing here as we move forward here. But it's going to be really hard as this kind of snowballs for them because, I mean, MuteAce and Send are playing characters that can rack up damage very, very quickly.
Yeah, very fast damage on both sides here. The one adaptation I was expecting to see, I didn't get to call it out before it started happening, but because Mute is spending so much time in shield, we're starting to see them opt to throw, and their throw combos off each other can very easily lead to stock, so Mute's going to have to be pretty careful on like when to shield and when to just like spot dodge and try to narrow out a disadvantage. But either way, red team still up a solid 2 stocks here. Even that up tilt, not enough to kill at 120, and Mute got another couple extra chances here to rack up some damage.
Yeah, love the side magnet coming out from Send there to heal up just a little bit off of that limit blade beam. We're able to secure a stock on MuteAce, but it doesn't seem to matter too much to him because he is just keeping on so much pressure for them.
For sure. All right, yeah, up smash at the ledge. Gonna be an easy cleanup right there for Sin. Sin still on his first stock here, which again is so incredible because it's so easy for Ike or Cloud to just find like a straight aerial and secure this, but so far no luck in finding that. Oh, and as I say, an up B of all things, gonna take Sin's first stock.
Yeah, there's the up B and a risky play coming out from Linus there to go so deep against the beach there because he could have lost the stock very, very easily there. You're somehow still alive after the back throw, but oh my god, Send was
inches away from losing that
yeah,
stock.
Exactly. What?
Okay, I guess that side B is going to do it. Unfortunately, he's going to lose that stock himself, despite being in limited doing what he did. But now we see Mute go down. We see Sin in like a weird recovery angle, but still got great pressure. And unfortunately, Cloud going to go down early yet again here.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, wow.
He knows. Wow, no hesitation. Just top tier placement on these up Bs here from Sin. Yeah. And I mean, he is who he is for a reason there. So they're up 2 games against Hawk and Linus, and now they have to dig deep, maybe go for a character switch. I mean, I understand the concept of double swording being really good, but it's just not working out. I think they're both, I mean, if anyone knows how to deal with the sword character, it's definitely going to be 2 top players that struggle in that area.
Exactly.
So their game plan against the swords just seems really, really strong. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if both of them switch back to Bowser Rob just to see if they can make something shake there.
Yeah, I mean, you're down on the last game here. You're on your last, potentially your last game. You have to find something. You have to switch it up somehow because clearly the plan has not been working as intended. So I would like to see the switch to Bowser coming out from Linus.
Yeah.
Just because we know how powerful that team is. And I'm seeing them hover on Kalos, and I like that a lot for them. So let's see.
That also kind of means that they're probably going to make that switch if they're going to Kalos.
Yeah.
You don't want to recover as Ike or Cloud on the stage probably,
no.
So maybe it's PS2. Okay, it's going to be PS2, but
okay.
Yeah. Maybe they'll switch, maybe they'll stay, I'm not sure. I didn't get to see the winner side of this set, so I don't know what characters were used there. But either way, we're going to be finding out here shortly. Linus and Hawk, 1 game away from being eliminated. We are in our top 3, though, and this is still a major event. B+ tier in the Midwest. Shout-outs to everybody on the Afterburner team, everybody on production as well. But yeah, let's see this 3rd game, and hopefully Hawk and Linus can at least get a point on the board.
I'm seeing him hover the Cloud there, but there's a lot of deliberation happening right now. I do want to see the Bowser switch.
I do, too. I feel like Cloud's... I mean, the first game was pretty telling. Like, that wasn't even the normal situation where Cloud gets edge guarded, and it went pretty bad. And game 2 didn't go much better for either Ike or Cloud. They both really, really struggled to stay on the stage here. So, I don't know. Or maybe they're just not confident. For all I know, winners could have been rough with, like, Bowser and Rob. So maybe this is the answer to that. But who knows? Either way, running back to PS2 here. Gonna continue to play the double swordies. They did make some okay adjustments with finding those throws on MuteAce for spending so much time in shield. But other than that, it's definitely been the Sin and Mute show in this losers finals.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's huge.
Just chasing with the PK flash. Linus was able to avoid it, but Hawk landing directly into it is just really unfortunate because now you're sitting at 96% already.
Yeah, I mean, we do at least have limit here. Mute at a pretty decent percent. Maybe we can see a pass to a finishing touch. We can start to see the momentum swing a little bit here. But right now, just both members of the red team struggling to make it back to the ledge. Ike even getting tagged out of his up B from Ness up air, something you don't see very often.
Yeah.
So yeah, really just a big struggle here for the blue team.
What they really need to work on is separating Send and MuteAce.
Yes.
Because Send and MuteAce are doing such a good job when they're together. We need Hawk and Linus to separate the two. And I just barely missing the dash attack.
That was insane. Sin didn't even shield it. There's no way that dash attack just went over Ness's head just barely. But yeah, you're right. They need to be separated because if either character finds a neutral air, it's really easy for a big combo to come out. That right there, I don't even know where you DI fair nair at the same time. That was insane.
Yeah, you just kind of pick a direction and pray.
Yeah, pick a god and pray. That's what that was right there. But we do at least see that first stock gone off of MuteAce from that F tilt. So the ledge pressure from the blue team is starting to wake up and look really solid. But Sin is just playing so safe, and Sin has gotten so many surprise options with things like PK Thunder 1 and 2 at this point. It's just, you gotta secure that stock as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a little bit more synergy coming out from Hawk and Linus there. There it is, that back throw into the up smash confirmed. Good stuff for them. I'm seeing micro adjustments from the two of them. Something that tells me that they are much more focused than they were those last couple of games. I'm seeing micro adjustments here. Parries where I wasn't seeing them before. So I'm really excited to see how this ends up going for them because they are doing such a good job right now.
For real. I mean, you see Sin still here on this first stock despite everything that's happened. MuteAce down and probably going to see his share stock soon. The team combos are definitely really starting to come alive, just like you said. Can Sin maybe... Oh, no. MuteAce actually might be able to force his edge guard. Nice tech on that neutral air. We're going to see Linus live just a little bit longer, but man, things were getting really dicey off stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. I watched Hawk earlier, or no, sorry, Linus earlier, parry a down tilt coming out from Sen. They're doing a really good job. Both of them have two of their stocks left as Sen is able to secure one, but they're doing so much better right now.
Yeah, much better here. Uppy at a disadvantage just to make his way back to the ledge. Doesn't want to risk getting tagged with a back air or nair, especially at these harrowing percents. Not going to see the team combo we expected to see, but incredible work. Gonna go for a suicide up B just to give them the stock lead and force Mute 2v1 against not one but two sword characters.
Yeah, I respect it a lot, and now we're getting a bit of the team synergy as we saw there. Limit is on deck, so MuteAce has to be careful, but we're going to waste it on a blade beam in the wrong direction. It happens, yeah?
You know what? Honestly, throwing it off just to like reset the pressure from it, I don't hate that idea. We saw Mute was stalled for a long time off stage. So since the clock was running down on that, I actually do kind of sort of understand it. It's just not what you expect to see from Cloud normally. But yeah, Mute, this is just, this is bad. Up air, easy money. Easy stock right there. There's so many different ways they can secure that stock. Side B, back throw, either person's back air, neutral air. There's a lot of options here from Linus and Hawk, and they had to really dig deep, but they do at least have a point on this board in this losers finals.
Yeah, very good stuff coming out from two of them there. And it's just those micro adjustments we're seeing. Spacing, parries, and all these small things that really come together in, not just in singles when you're playing singles, but in doubles as well. That spacing and those micro adjustments are even more important because you have a whole other team member to work with. If you're not both making those adjustments, if you're not both synergizing in that way, then it doesn't matter all that much.
And it takes a lot of self-awareness to make those adjustments too. Like sometimes ego can get in the way of dubs where you're losing clearly to one player. You're like, nah, I'm better. And it's like, you're not. And like, you have to kind of make those adjustments. But players of this caliber, they're like, okay, I am struggling in this scenario. What can I change? I think a big thing that happened here in this game 3 is that they did such a good job of avoiding the air-to-air situations. Mute and Sin, they avoided air-to-air scrambles with the other team as much as they could. But in game 3, there were a lot of them, and a lot of them just really kept working out for Linus and Hawk. That was one of the main things that I noticed, because once they were like, okay, we know you guys want to hang and shield. We know you want to stay as close to the ground as possible to avoid, just losing a bad trade. And it worked for 2 games. So now they're like, okay, now we're getting the throws that are leading to death. So now we're making it a lot riskier for you to shield. And that little change was just enough for them to be like, oh, finally, I found a stray aerial. What can we get out of it?
Yeah. Another thing that I noticed is prioritizing actually Send over MuteAce, because Send with that PK Thunder is doing a lot of disruption, a lot of it. So prioritizing Send over MuteAce really gave them a lot more room to work with.
All right, as to be expected, both members of Linus and Hawk's team able to get out of disadvantage pretty easy with their upbeat, but it looks like Mute and Sin are still getting a lot of damage here. We've got Limit on deck, not any huge ways to set it up. As I say it, I thought we were going to see a finishing touch.
There it is!
There it is! There it is, man.
And there's that prioritization on send that I was just talking about, right? Because you know that PK Thunder is going to do, oh my god.
Beautiful down there from Send. Sorry, please keep going, but that was crazy. Wow.
My bad, Send. But prioritizing Send because, I mean, one, the X factor, stuff like that, but these projectiles that are going to be very disruptive for these sorties to get those combos off.
Yeah, that was a huge play. He really needed that to stay in there.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, too, because, like, you might be thinking, why didn't Mute break that up? But it's like, these are giant swords being swung. There's not that many awesome buttons that Peach would have, sans maybe a turnip or something, but, oh, mischarged the limit right there. I think he got it 1 second too fast. Blew it on finishing touch, unfortunately. But either way, still seeing some great team combos, even without that finisher here for Linus and Hawk. They've really come alive in Game 4.
Yeah, and I love what they're able to do here, separating the red team a lot here, doing a lot better at not allowing themselves to get isolated too hard.
Ooh! Sin playing out of his mind. He's so mad about that first combo. And he's done such a great work to keep things even here now. 5 stocks to 3 despite everything. Mute is going to go down there. Sin's still a pretty high percent, trying to stall as long as possible, which is great because Mute was able to come from the platform and save him. But yeah, great presence of mind. Great way to just lock in and be like, you know what? I died at 60. I'm not going to let that throw me off my block. And he's really, really refocused well.
Yeah, really like what Hawk was able to do there with that up B, because that prevented Linus from actually getting edge guarded, because you don't want to challenge Ike when he's doing that up B.
Speaking of challenging, though, moves like Peach Turnip, as we saw earlier with K-Roll counter, great free options to just force Ike off stage. Didn't lead to a stock. I mean, the percent is still pretty low. But yeah, Mute, once again, now that they kind of were able to refocus, going back to the original game plan, standing in shields, spot dodging, or even just looking for parries on some of these aerials, and only responding when they see a whiff or something they can punish, but never really approaching first with those dares and fairs.
I really like the taking the stock on set there. It's so good for them to take care of somebody like that so quickly, because it's going to just be even more annoying as things keep moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, obviously, the big punishes from the blue team passing, but Ness is a great character to pass to as well.
Yeah.
Bear, PK Thunder, 2, Dare, all these options are honestly just as scary as Ike and Clouds here, so we've got to be careful. We see another edge guard attempt coming out. Was that a mistech on the Dare on the left side? Dang. Oh, that's not looking great for them. Despite this incredible start, it looks like Mute and Sin really, really just locked in defensively. I mean, after that happened, they've only lost 2 other stocks in the following 3 minutes from that interaction. So just incredible work from them. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Just going to taunt and be like, I tried. So, despite everything, and you can see they're both in good spirits. I mean, this was top 3. But Sin and MuteAce once again forcing the double elimination now on Linus and Hawk. So they're going to be going out at 3rd. And now we have our grand finals ready. Anin and Dark Wizzy on the winner's side with Mute and Sin on the losers.
Yeah, another run back that we saw earlier. We saw Anin and Wizzy put Sen and MuteAce in the losers, right? With a pretty aggressive reverse 3-0. That was crazy.
Yeah, it really was. Also, again, you guys can't really see this right now, but when the camera switch, you will. Shout out to the production here at Afterburner. I've never seen a camera prop set up like this. It actually, there are weights on it like straight from the gym on the back end to like help steady and refocus the camera towards the stage. So the production here is really, really top notch. Another thing I want to shout out Afterburner for, they've got a lot of great concession options. I haven't gotten to check them yet, but us as the casters, we actually got a couple of free meal tickets, so I'm definitely going to be getting a snack or a sandwich here after this grand finals, because your boy's getting famished.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Getting a little hungry here.